What's going on YouTube? My name is Ginge TCG or Chris, and today I'm back with another Rogue Pokemon deck video, and this one is revolving around Flygon EX, the highly requested deck with the Reversing Storm attack, where you may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and I think this is the card that hit and run decks needed to kind of take off, and honestly, super fun list. I wanted to give a shout out to my boy Craig in the Discord for kind of inspiring me with the list. I mean, I was looking at this one, I was looking at, he said he placed on Limitless, and I'm pretty sure this was his placement. He didn't say his Limitless username, I was just going off the date. I will put the username of the person whose list that this was in the description down below, but I'm pretty sure it was my boy Craig's from the Discord server, so thank you for enlightening me with this list and telling me, you know, just like overall how to play it, what's been running with it. I'm definitely rocking with it. So overall, this deck is revolving around Flygon EX with the Reversing Storm attack, and we can use Sonic Period, or I honestly, I don't really know how to say that name. I've just been saying, like, Sonic Period in my head because I get yelled at for my pronunciation too much, and I figure, you know what, if I don't even try, it's going to be much easier for me. So please yell at me. I'm not even saying the word. Anyways, Reversing Storm. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon for 130 damage, which isn't insane, but when you pair it with Max Belt, you can do 180 to EX Pokemon, which is enough to really two-shot pretty much everything. And that's, I think, just the goal and good enough. So we've got enough energy and Luminous Energy where we can use the bottom attack and do 100 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon EX and V, which is solid if we want to ramp up damage and take, like, you know, multiple prize KOs. Like, if they're not going to one-shot us, we want to take out like a Rotom and Pheasantipity in 2 shots, we can use this, which is a really nice attack that I found, you know, for like a late game, maybe an early game if we're not worried about that 2-shot attack and we're attacking first. But essentially, you want to use the top attack to sit behind Ogerpon, Mimikyu, Klefki, or Iron Thorns. That way, you can kind of shut down your opponent's board state, maybe shut down their attackers, and just kind of attack constantly. So I know you're thinking, like, okay, you know, I'm looking at one switch card. How are you going to keep switching out of those cards? Well, that's where Rescue Board and Future Booster Energy Capsule kind of come in. And I think that's where, like, I get the most worried is, like, a good Lost Vacuum, taking those out can really hurt Flygon. But I think for the most part, let's say you put down Max Belt early, it takes away the pressure to keep Rescue Board in place. Your opponent will oftentimes, you know, get rid of Max Belt because it's your ace spec and not Rescue Board. So, you know, you can't pivot out of your Mimikyu as easy, and that makes it better for us. Okay, sure, you know, we're going to be swinging for less damage. Maybe we have to 3-shot certain Pokemon, but we can keep pivoting behind a Mimikyu or, you know, the Ogerpon, which is saving us that match anyways. So, you know, overall, I feel like there are ways around it. With the deck, I am playing the Bibarel engine just to make sure we're drawing enough cards and, you know, getting some pretty big hands. The supporter line is pretty much what you'd expect. We're playing 4 copies of Arven because we are super reliant on our 2 rescue boards as well as Future Booster Energy Capsule, and our ace spec is Max Belt. So I feel like it's just kind of nice. And oftentimes, you know, you really just need like Rare Candy and, you know, pivot tool, maybe the Max Belt, or maybe you need like the 1 Vessel just to get the energy down. And then you could also take your Vitality Band, Defiance Band, just to boost up that damage if Max Belt goes. Past that, we are playing 1 copy of Surfer, which I found to be a super fun card in this deck. I know one of the people online who, I'm pretty sure the deck list I'm using, gosh, I feel so bad. I'm blanking on the person's name. I promise it'll be in the description down below. Please, like, shout out to them for doing so well with this deck. They used Surfer, and I love the idea of using new, just different supporter cards, and this is a perfect one for this deck because you switch your active Pokemon, which will be Ogerpon or Iron Thorns or, you know, some beefy wall-type Pokemon. You switch it with Flygon, who's then attacking for 1 energy again, and swinging, and then walling. And that's pretty much the whole concept of the deck. I think this deck cheeses out, like, a lot of just funny wins because, yeah, sure, your opponent could just boss around your Mimikyu. Like, there's nothing stopping him from that. But many decks play a more finite amount of boss, and to keep using a gusting card every single turn kind of prevents them from playing like other setup cards, like maybe a Sada's Vitality or a Research or an Arven that can keep them going. So the fact that they're going for the bosses every single play, they're going for that heavy gust, means they're not able to keep up with their own setup, whereas we're functioning more or less pretty fine. So, you know, this list is a super fun list. I think there's a lot to say about Flygon since it's a pretty bulky stage 2 attacker. It's got a solid attack, and it's only for 1 energy, so it's super easy to set up. So, you know, we kind of can go for that like Sonic Period late game attack and kind of go for like a mini board wipe, if you will. So, you know, I also just love Flygon. I think Flygon's an epic Pokemon, so I'm kind of stoked to play this deck and show it off. It's one that's been requested for so long, and it's taken me too long to get to, so I'm happy to show it off to you today. So before I get into today's video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been using my TCG player code. If you look down in the description down below, or on, that side of the screen at the end of the video, a link will pop up for TCG player where you can get all your card game accessories or cards, no matter if it's singles or ordering whole decks from TCG player, no matter what card game you play. I guarantee it's on TCG player. So if you use my link, there's a huge like Black Friday, Cyber Monday 10% off sale coming up. I will get the dates. I will probably talk about that in my next video, which is going up tomorrow. It's early in the morning when I'm recording, and I forgot to write a couple things down clearly, and I apologize for being so unprepared. But if you use my link, you will be supporting the channel in a massive way. So thank you to everyone who's been using my link. I for real appreciate y'all. And if you haven't, go check it out for the sale, because that is going to be the best time to get all of the cards that you haven't been able to justify getting for a really good price. So thank you to everyone. Let's get into today's match and see if we can go 3-0 with the well-requested Flygon EX. Welcome to match number 1, where I open up with a pretty bad hand. I mean, Ultra Ball could get me Bibarel and let me play the game, but past that, it's a pretty bad hand, and I don't even have the slightest idea what I'm up against with these Zorus. The only Zoroark I know is the Doom Curse one, which would be fun to see, but a matchup I think ultimately we can handle pretty well, so I'm just going to pass it here over my opponent. But I did want to say too, something that's super nice about this deck is it's a hit and run deck that you can actually swing with. Because we're playing Luminous Energy, you are able to just kind of throw them on Mimikyu, throw them on really anything. That's so obnoxious. Okay, yeah, it actually might be Doom Curse. I feel like we're going to get rid of Boss, and I'm going to get rid of Vitality Band. Keep Max Belt just in case. Although, yeah, we'll keep Max Belt just in case. Although, I'll probably have to Ultra Ball it away this turn, or get rid of Boss on top. I don't know. It's a yeah, it's Doom Curse Zoroark. Okay, I think we can take this match. You're going to collect for 1, buy us some time. I am definitely in the back rooms, man. I have entered a land I didn't know was possible to enter here. That top deck is going to be too important for us to keep, so I'm going to get rid of Max Belt and Boss, and just double down on it being Doom Curse, and really go. Hope I get a Flygon, Rescue Board, and a Energy to attack. If we can do all of that, we should be in a great spot. And that's actually that's it. No, because I could go. Oh no, I don't have the evolution. Okay, but I do have Rescue Board if needed. So I think here we want Ultra Ball or Vessel. I think theoretically it's easier for us to draw into. There was only 1 Ultra Ball. Did we prize 2 or 3 of them? That's actually brutal. No, we used 1. Yeah, okay, so we prized 2. It should be easier for us to draw into Energy than it is to draw into an Evolution. So we'll rock with this for now. And I think here I might just hold the hand. Maybe smack League Headquarters down, just so collect is not an option for my opponent. That's insane. I never thought I'd be using this. I feel like this is a Pokemon Pocket match right now. That's not bad. It's not a bad, first couple turns. I'll take it. My opponent seems to have a slightly slower setup as well, based on their last turn going 0-6 early. So, I can't complain. And there's the Chorus. They get rid of a Zorua. Okay, so yeah, I think we could body Doom Curse, because when they use Doom Curse, we, during the end of our opponent's next turn, the active Pokemon will be knocked out. We can just, I don't know, switch, or retreat and switch naturally with Flygon. So I feel like we should be able to pull ourselves out of these well. I guess what makes it a little bit tricky is the Gravity Stone, because we can't retreat for 1 energy now. But I think that's something we could work around, no? So here I'm going to Ultra Ball away. I guess Bibarel Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Take the Trapinch, or the Flygon, excuse me. Then we could Rare Candy, evolve into Flygon. I know I can't retreat. I need 2 energy to retreat. Rescue Board helps a bit, but I need 2 energy down, and we did whiff the energy placement last turn, which is hurting me here. So, and naturally we get our energy right now. Although I do have Switch. Okay, actually, no, we're chilling. We're so live. Actually, I can't KO... Man. That's annoying. I can't KO Zoroark because they resist our attack. That's so funny. That's actually hilarious. Alright, but we can swing for 100, put him on Thin Ice, and then from here I can fall back into Klefki. So now if they wanted to use, oopsies, just click it. If they wanted to use Cram after we take a KO, it's actually not going to work too well, because we'll have Klefki in the active pretty much this entire game, I think, would be our best bet. And they go Deduction Kit. What is that even? I have no idea what this card does. Oh, it's interesting. You get top 3 cards, put them on top of the deck in any way you want. That's a fun one, actually. I'm kind of rocking with that. It's actually... Alright, sorry. That just reading that card hit me with an insane idea for a deck that I need to look into if anyone's done before. But I don't want to say anything right now just in case, because I feel like it would be so just insane. And definitely not a good deck, but just a fun, chaotic deck just to mess around with. So that's actually pretty big for us, too. We're going to get Arven down. We can Arven. I think our best bet here would be, what, Rare Candy? Or we have our Rare Candies. No, we needed Ultra Ball, but I prized my Ultra Balls. So I think we'll just go Vessel Defiance Band. Let's just thin our deck as much as possible. I could even go Buddy-Buddy Poffin, but I don't see that helping us as much. I think the best play here is just going to be Attach, Retreat, Swing. Right? Attach, Retreat, because the Stone is a really annoying tool. That's helping him out a good bit in this deck. And then I can't Bibarel. I guess I could throw the Defiance Band on the active. Might as well throw the Rescue Board. Maybe on Bibarel, just in case, because then I could set up these guys, use either of them as attackers. And we'll go into Incisors now. I guess I could have Vesseled away a Rare Candy. Yeah, for what? I ended up in the same spot. And we'll swing for 100. Taking the KO, taking the first prize, but also putting my opponent in an interesting spot. So we'll promote Klefki again. If they don't get that tool down, Klefki is just going to be a free retreat pivot, so Zorak's not going to do much, and it kind of shuts down Cramorant. So this is a fun deck that my opponent's got, but one we are able to deal with super well. Vibrava's a nice prize card, I'm not going to lie. We can, you know, it helps us from Devolution, but it also makes our Rare Candies pretty much useless for the rest of the game. And they bring up the Bibs. Alright. Hey, you know what? We can Earthen Vessel away Mimikyu, take another energy, and retreat as normal, like we have been anyways. So, and don't mind if I get rid of Iron Thorns. That is not going to help us this match. That is not a Pokemon. I feel like having Sit in the active spot, I feel like that could just hurt us more. And we're now, like, out of extra energy for all these big retreats. So that's something I definitely got to be mindful about with my opponent gusting up Bibarel or getting another Gravity Stone down. But, you know, these are all later issues for me to figure out, and not anything for right now. So we'll Industrious Incisors for 1. See if I can pull a big card. Honestly, I really hate to retreat with Luminous Energy, but if I gotta do it to walk through this match, I will. But I have to say, for the past, like, what, 2 videos, I have been in some back rooms, man. Like, I've yet to see, like, any meta matchups. I don't know. It's weird, because, like, when I do testing, like, I literally just hit Charizard Terapagos. Now I'm playing, and this is what I'm seeing. It's like I hit the record button, and it's just back into the chaos. I'm rocking with it. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, yo. If they boss up Bibarel, I might just let him take it. I might just let him Doom Curse my Bibarel, take the KO. Yeah. No. I mean, we don't have any more switch outs. I don't, like, it's, what's the point? I think the best play for us would be probably to thin as much as possible. I'm not going to fully be able to, but to just set ourselves up for the attack, because we got a Metal Energy in discard, so I'm going to put the Luminous Energy here. So if I use Night Stretcher, I could get the Metal Energy back and use Sonic Period. It only does damage to EX and V Pokemon, but, you know, if they put one of those down, it's a nice card to just swing with maybe. So the Doom Curse effect will go live after that. Our opponent will take the 1 prize card, match us on prizes, so now Counter Catcher and stuff like that is shut down, which is good, and I'll just promote Klefki again. And I think this is a match where, like, if I could just pivot between double Flygon even multiple turns in a row, we could rock with that. They get Crushing Hammer, that's fine. Actually, you could chase down my Luminous Energy or my Fighting Energy. Both of them will work. I've got another Fighting Energy in hand and Night Stretcher. Yeah. You're not playing any EX and V Pokemon from what I'm looking at. Double Hammer. Alright, now I'm upset. Now this deck is pretty annoying. And they get Boss's Orders to take Vibrava. Oh, my lord. Top deck Flygon, so I could evolve, get out of this effect, please. Please. No, naturally I can't. Okay, you know what? Might just give them this Flygon as well, I guess. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't care if they take 50 more damage from attacks. I think I'm just going to throw the energy down here. Just give them the KO, sit behind Klefki. Yo, this deck is low-key cooking me. I was talking smack, saying we could, you know, walk through this one, do what we got to do, you know, take it out. Dude, I'm getting bodied by it. Like, Oh my god, the rogue player needs to stop hating on the rogue decks. This person had the vision, and my god, are they making it work. Goodbye, Mimikyus, you guys do nothing for me. That was an easiest decision of my life, and they got Gravity Gem. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, okay. Alright, we got some more to work through. We are not done here. We are going to take out their only Zoroark, though, so you know what? It's not the end of the world. I could also just Night Stretcher, take an energy to retreat. I really don't see that being a bad thing here, right? I mean, we don't have many Night Stretchers, but I feel like just attacking, taking out the Zoroark puts them in a spot where there's nothing they could do, like, at all. I don't feel the need to Iono. I think we're in a perfectly fine spot because I'm swinging for KO. We have no more Doom Curses to work with. I'm going to fall back into a Klefki when their only Pokemon in play is Cramorant, so they're not able to attack. So although this deck was annoying, like, we're getting through it. We are. No, that's not number 5. Gotta go in order, man. Can't spice it up. And there's our Ultra Ball, which is awesome. It's like 7 turns too late from getting the double Flygon and having just double reversing Storm pivots. So our opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Trekking Shoes, they could dig a little deeper, but if they don't get Canceling Cologne or something like that, they are cooked because we can just Rescue Board into Flygon, swing for the chip, and they get Neutralization Zone. Are we down both stadiums? No, we got 1 stadium left in the deck. Okay, that's good. That is actually really, really good. I think here, I don't even care about getting another Flygon. I'm just going to Ultra Ball away both Rare Candies. I just want to thin my deck as much as possible. I'll take an Ogerpon. Sure, maybe a Bibarel's prized. Alright, yeah, and if I take a KO, we win. I just need a Stadium Bump. So I need to Iono and hit Vacuum or League Headquarters. I'm pretty sure I played 2 Headquarters. Not 100% certain. There's 1. Yeah, we definitely played 2. Alright, perfect. So I can smack that down. Easy retreat. Go into Flygon. Reversing Storm for the KO. That is going to wrap it up for an interesting match number 1. That was definitely not what I expected at all. But that was a fun match. Like, I actually kind of loved that. That was epic. I think our opponent, like, if they had a better time getting more Zoroark set up, dude, like, we very easily could have lost that one. So that was fun to see. Maybe I need to look into this. I know there has been one of my viewers have talked about a Doom Curse deck before. Maybe it's about time, after almost getting bodied by it, I bring that deck to light and I just stop accepting that that deck has been around forever and there's new decks that I want to play and just run that one. But anyways, with the small hints, I will, excuse me, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm saying. Small hints into future videos. That will wrap it up for match number 1. Let's see if we can get into match number 2 and see if I could get the guaranteed positive record and clutch that one up with Flygon EX. Welcome to match number 2, where we're up against Gardevoir. I know I said I wanted a meta matchup. I didn't want this. This is a mess. This is bad. There's actually, I mean, I guess just the fact that we could swing and force them into a single prizer, like KO, like they have to gust, actually could work very well. So we might not necessarily be walling them, but just the fact that we're trading 1 for 1 might actually help us out like a lot here. So that's, you know what, actually I take it back. We might be able to hang against this deck. And I haven't seen Gardevoir in a while, and it's not that I'm excited to see it, but I don't think, like, my channel has had a Gardevoir matchup against it in so long. So I guess, you know, just, this deck still exists. People still play it. Ugh, I don't want any more Guardy, man. Guardy be annoying. I feel like all the rogue decks somehow always get bodied by Gardevoir. Like, there's just nothing rogue decks. Like, it's just notoriously ripped through so many rogue decks that I play. So we definitely want to get a Bibarel evolved before our opponent gets the ball rolling. I think the other important thing for us to do here is definitely Buddy-Buddy Poffin and play their Artisan. I just want, like, the full bench setup. I'll even take Rescue Board for now. You know, actually, Iron Thorns could be a crazy wall to go through, now that I think about it as well. Because it could shut down Gardevoir's attack. Ooh, that would be actually insane. I'm definitely going to look into that. For now, double Trapinch. Did we prize the Thorns? We didn't. Okay, so I just need to get that big boy down, and then we should be alright. And I think here we're going to go Fighting Energy to Trapinch, and I'm going to Artisan just thin the deck a little bit more. I'm tempted to even go Bibarel. Just another Bibarel. You know, do we have both? Yeah, we do. Because then if I do this, I could get double Flygon, keep Klefki, because Klefki is pretty nice, actually. And then I could leave that last spot for Iron Thorns. I think I like that plan the most. I think that's a pretty good one. And then I can pass here. So next turn, what do I need to attack? I need Flygon and Rare Candy. I need either Ultra Ball or Flygon. Alright. And we can make it work. Arven gets us one of those. So if I could top deck the other one, that would be awesome. If not, I'm probably going to be forced into into Ionoing, especially if my opponent gets Curlias and gets like 14 cards in their hand this turn. I don't know how likely it is they'll be attacking. If they attack, it's not the end of the world. Like, I can still promote Trapinch, and worst comes to worst, if I don't get it, I could just Rescue Board, fall back into a Bibarel, just fall a little bit more behind, which isn't ideal. Screamtails is annoying, because then they could just get around our walls. But again, if we could get the Iron Thorns set up, that would be so nice, because it would just shut down Gardevoir's ability, unless they play like Cologne or like a Boss's Orders or something, and then use Screamtails, or switch into a Flutter Mane or Misdreavia. Like, there's just so much extra work they'd have to do to keep getting around an Iron Thorns. And in a deck like this, like that I think is going to be our best win con. That and just forcing up single prizers. And as long as we trade 1-for-1 every turn and we do it first, we're chilling. So we'll see. We'll see what our opponent's got in store for us. And they pass here. Okay, so Iono doesn't feel like the best option, but it is one I can do if I need to. I do like the Stadium bump here. I don't want them getting more with the Stadium. I think, based on our hand, it's going to be best for us to just... I'll even throw the energy down here. If I could set up a Flygon to, like, swing hard, like that bottom, whatever period, into Gardevoir, like, that could be fun. That could be a good line for us. So here, I think we just go Iono. Give our opponent an extra card, whatever, it's Gardevoir. They'll draw 500 anyways, and hope I can get rolling on this turn. It does not seem like I'm going to be able to, which does hurt a lot. I'll manually evolve that one. I'll get a Bibarel down. I'll also smack down a Vitality Band. Can't hurt. I mean, it can, but whatever. That's fine. And we'll Industrious Incisors for 2. And that's actually such a nice card to draw into. Sadly, it's not going to help us much here. I kind of like Klefki in the active. And I think we're just going to pass here. I like having Vacuum. If they do take a KO, and they get a bunch of damage counters on like Screamtails or something for the KO, I can Vacuum it away. So, you know, Vacuum is going to be nice to help me get a 2-prize turn. And there's the evolution into Curlias. Now they're drawing a minimum 4 more cards this turn, which is great. But Klefki in the active, the reason I like it there, it's also shutting down Adrenabrain, which is big. Like, that's a big help for us. I'm sure our opponent can get Gardevoir in the active. However, I don't think there's 1 energy in the discard pile, so it's not like they're attacking with anything too crazy yet. So, and we're like 1 card away from just greatness and glory. We are a Rare Candy away from absolute greatness. If we don't get a perfect top deck, I might just judge, though. And they get the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Alright, that's cool. Not wrong with that. They get another Ralts down, so it seems like they're primary attackers. They're going to be Screamtail Driftbloom. We're not going to have to worry about dealing with whatever other spice Gardevoir EX can play, which is any psychic Pokemon, and they Iono us, which is fine. We know our Vacuum's in the deck. This is good enough. We'll find that out later if and when we need it, and I'm sure we will. And this hand is actually pretty rough. I'm not going to front. This is not a great one. We got Iron Thorns, which is good, and they got TM Evo. Alright, so we need to take a KO this turn. They're getting their Gardevoir down. I could switch into... I could use Surfer, the surprise supporter in this deck. I could switch into Iron Thorns after thinning my hand a little bit. Or I could just top deck Flygon and make everything so much easier. That would also be, like, really cool. We'll see. We'll see what we got. I think we're going to have to try to thin as much as possible to go for a big Surfer play. We need less than 5 cards in our hand. Yeah. Alright. And we have a lot of kind of dead cards or cards I don't want to use right now. That is so not what I wanted. Oh, my lord. Okay, so we're going to Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We're going to fail it. I'm going to go Iron Thorns. And I think here we would switch into Iron Thorns and then use Surfer to switch back into Klefki, I think is just the best thing we can do. I could Bibarel, but, oh, man. You know what? I guess I could Bibarel for 1. Or Surfer for 2, and then try to thin more with... You know what? Yeah, let's Surfer for 2. So we're going to switch into Klefki. We still got our retreat, so losing the switch hurts. That's actually... Those are literally 2 perfect cards. Definitely getting rid of these. Definitely taking a Flygon. We got another one in the deck, which is good too. So if I draw into it off this Bibarel, I can get my other one set up. It'll protect me from Devolution too. This is perfect. That is exactly what I needed Surfer to do. It dug us perfectly out of that hole, and we're somehow pulling a Bibarel for 4 which is nuts. All right, now we're live. I could Vessel away Rare Candy. Like, I don't need it, do I? We have another Rare Candy. I mean, I guess if they played Devolution, it'd be annoying, but if they played Devolution, chances are they're just taking a KO at that point. And I can't place the energy this turn, or can I? Actually, I didn't use any energy placements. No, I didn't. You know what? Vessel. Goodbye, Candy. I'll see you later. And I want to keep the rest of our hand, so we'll definitely take these guys back. And honestly, I'll throw the Metal Energy here. I don't mind swinging into Guardies with Sonic Period at some point. And we're going to retreat into Flygon, use Reversing Storm for the KO, put us up a prize card, but also get Iron Thorns in the active and pray I didn't prize Future Booster Energy Capsule, because Lord knows I didn't check. And now we will take a prize card, Ultra Ball. That's perfect too, yo. We got 2 Flygons ready to rumble. Our opponent's got Screamtails in the active. They could go Gardevoir. Wait, did they not Team Evo? I thought they did that last turn. Hold up, I have to check now. Oh, they couldn't because League Headquarters. Yo, why did League Headquarters clutch up so hard right there? I didn't even pay attention to that. So they could get Gardevoir EX down, but they're going to need to get through or past Iron Thorns for that. So here's the Arven, which is a good supporter. It's guaranteed Ultra Ball. It's guaranteed Gardevoir EX, essentially. Or Vessel, which I could imagine being more popular, because then they could take energy, more popular choice. They could take energy with Vessel, and then they could use double refinement to get rid of 2 energy, power up Gardevoirs. However, if they're doing that, they're not taking Cologne or just anything like that to shut down Iron Thorns' ability, and they're not playing Boss's Orders to get around Iron Thorns, so that means we have to see a counter catcher play, which I guess is something else they could search for, but no. They go for the Earthen Vessel Bravery Charm, which is good, because this is kind of what I was talking about, where if I need to, I can Arven for Lost Vacuum and deal with Screamtails if they put enough damage counters on it, because if I can get 2 prizes at any point this match and just get that much farther ahead, I think it's going to be a huge help for us. So a little refinement, some extra energy here. This is what, their 2nd or 3rd? Actually, they're 5th. How did I miss so many energy, dude? What? I said 2nd or 3rd, dog. They have, like, no psychic energy left. The only one left is probably the one in their hand, and they still have a refinement. So good job, Chris. Good job paying attention. Proud of you. Buddy-Buddy Poffin for Drifloon, I'd imagine. Yep. Okay. And we'll see how they dig themselves out of this one. I'm seriously curious. Because I know Iron Thorns does put the pressure on Guardy, but I know Guardy can power through. Like, Guardy's just, like, good at that. So we'll see how our opponent runs this one. But I think Flygon can hang, man. I think the more I'm running into, more I'm playing through this matchup, we're in a good spot. If I could just stay a prize card or 2, ideally 2, ahead, we're going to be in such a good spot. But Gardevoir's such a comeback deck. So it's like, yeah, we're in a great spot, but, like, if there's any deck that could pull off the comeback, it is going to be Gardevoir EX. So our opponent's got no abilities left to use on the board. They are done. They've used their refinements. It really just comes down to, did I prize Future Booster Energy Capsule? That's a Trapinch. That don't help totally. It's a good card to get this card away with Ultra Ball, and I did not. Thank gosh. I might have cried a little bit. What do I want to take here? What item? Honestly, maybe even Ultra Ball. Get another Bibarel out. I kind of like. Could evolve. Put the energy down here. Future Booster Energy Capsule. I'm tempted to get rid of Counter Catcher. I just can't see it being super useful since we're going to go up 2 prize cards. And I still have a couple Boss's Orders left in the deck, so we're going to Ultra Ball. And I'm going to take Flygon. I want my Flygons ready to rumble. We got 1 Bibarel. I have Ultra Ball in hand. That's good enough. Like, I don't need a 2nd Bibarel in this match. I think we're already pretty ahead. And we draw into Vacuum and Max Belt. That's actually insane. You know what? I might even try to bait them using Lost Vacuum on this. I know they play Vacuum. I really don't want to see them take out the Future Booster Energy Capsule, so I'd rather just give them that. Give them that to get rid of, you know, because it's like, oh, you could 2-shot my Gardevoir, maybe, is something like a worry they got in their mind. So I'm going to swing for KO here with Reversing Storm, and that's huge. You know, I'll fall back into Iron Thorns. Kind of keep that pressure on, and we will go up another prize card. That's big, man. I'm liking this one. I'm liking where we're saying Boss's Orders. That's perfect. That's awesome. Because now, depending on what my opponent does, I might boss up a Gardevoir EX and swing into it. You know, like with Max Belt Flygon. We wouldn't be 2-shotting it. because they resist fighting. But then we'd fall back into Iron Thorns, so that might be just a Pokemon we can trap, KO, stop their energy acceleration engine. Like, that just adds to the chaos for them to get out of, which I like. I really like. So they'll get, again, double refinement here is fine. They draw 500 cards, dude. Eventually you're going to get what you need. I know that. It's inevitable, Gardevoir. I'd expect an attack this turn. I'm expecting a devastating play that's going to make me rethink my plan this turn, because that's just how Gardevoir is. It's better to assume that at this point. Our gimmick has worked perfectly. It's time Gardevoir fights back. I know it can. And there's the Gardevoir EX. Again, they still have to get around the initialization ability, where I shut down all abilities from Pokemon with a rule box, so Gardevoir EX. And they get the Dark Energy down to Munkidori, okay, and Bravery Charm, so that's good, because I got Vacuum. So please, load up that damage. Load up that damage on Drifbloom. You know, go even on prizes. Let me swing. Let me swing and take a KO with Vacuum, man. That'd feel good. And our opponent is waiting. They got one more refinement. They're not down for the count yet. Munkidori's useless if they can't use Gardevoir's ability, if they can't use Psychic Embrace to get damage counters down. I could even boss up Kirlia here. Boss up their only draw engine. Like, next turn? That would actually be an awesome play as well, I'm thinking. Like, that could really keep us kind of nice and protected. I do like taking Gardevoir EX out, though, and they get Arven. So I'm curious what they go Arven for. I'm scared of Vacuum, man. That's like the one thing I'm super, super scared of. Because then our Iron Thorns is just a sitting duck in the active spot. And they get Counter Catcher, so yeah, they're going to be getting around our ability this turn. We are weak to Grass, so we're not super weak to Fighting, which is good. And I'm sure they'll take out a Flygon. I doubt they'll be leaving Iron Thorns in the active. They get rid of TM Evo, which is cool. It's whatever. We'll make it work. And they get another Kirlia. Okay, so yeah, now boss on Kirlia feels infinitely worse, because they still have a draw engine, and I feel like that's enough for Guardy. It's enough to tell me that, like, I'd probably get more value out of bossing something else and dealing with that. Now, my opponent can take a KO on Flygon this turn, can't they? I believe they can, yeah. And they get the one with the manual evolution. We're down 3 Rare Candy, so I've only got one left in the deck. And how many Trapinch do I have left? I don't think I have any, because our last Trapinch is sitting there. I might honestly fall back to using, like, Mimikyu as an attacker, because, like, it's a single prizer, it does 70 damage, which is good enough to KO many of their, like, little baby Pokemon after they get damage counters down, so it's not the end of the world. And they'll rip another refinement here. How many energies? So they're at, I'm so bad at Drifbloom match. They're down to 6 energy. If they get, what, 5 energy on it, they'll be at 100 damage from Psychic Embrace. I don't think they're able to Adrenabrain any off and take the KO, but, like, oh no, they should be able to, because then it's times 3. I don't know. No, but if they have 10 damage counters on it, they would swing for 300, so if they moved even 1 off, they'd be swinging for 270, and then our Flygon would really live an attack. I have no idea. I don't... Drifbloom math with Munkidori is just not something... Oh, but you know what they could do? Put an energy on something else with Gardevoir. Put an energy on, like, Gardevoir EX, and then Munkidori 20 damage onto... Yeah, that's what they have to do to take the KO. Okay, I think I did it right this time. We'll see. They have 1 more energy in the discard. They need to... Oh. Oh, or they could just put it on Drifbloom again. No, they put it on Bibarel. What? Okay. I mean, I'll just, you know, evolve Bidoof this turn. That's fine. Prevent that KO. And they get Psychic Embrace, get 90 damage counters. 90 damage counters. 9 damage counters. 90 damage onto Drifbloom, which swings for 270. No? Or am I, like, dense? Am I missing something? I have no idea. How much HP does base Drifbloom have? I don't know. Oh, there's one in discard. I can just check. 70. Perfect. Alright, we're going for Vacuum this turn. Gotta go for the Vacuum play this turn. I almost hope they take a 2-prize KO so Iono could go crazy too, but if they don't, like, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Maybe I do go boss on something. They unfair stamp. Hey, you know what? I got Bibarel. That's fine. We'll figure this out. And those are the 2 best cards I could have got. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're not swinging for KO. I don't think. And I'll leave Flygon in the active spot. If you want to deal with that, go deal with that. Whatever. You need to take prizes at some point. I don't want to waste energy and try to protect it, and they scoop. Yeah, I think they kind of saw that they were cooked here, because they whiffed that KO. And I think from there, all we did. We used Lost Vacuum, got rid of our top deck, KO'd the Drift Bloom, and then we used Bibarel to dig for Boss and try to take out a Curlia. But I think taking out either Curlia and Monkey Dory, going up 4 prize cards on my opponent, or even taking an attack on Gardevoir would be big. And I think that, like, we were walking through that one. We had that Gardevoir deck just on the ropes, man, and I was loving it. So that is going to wrap it up for match number 2. Let's get into match number 3, see if we can get the perfect record with our boy Flygon. Welcome to match number 3. Relicanth probably tells me Archaladin. And Nest Ball. Duraludon, I'd assume. Which is a good match for us, because do you know who's an amazing wall against Archaladin? Ogerpon. Unless they play like a Dialga line, which would be fun. I would actually kind of love that. But we'll see. I'm assuming our opponent's going to take a big KO here. It's more like a not. Or Mimikyu, actually. Mimikyu would go insane in this match. Oh my gosh, never mind. Give me Mimikyu. And I guess I could Iono here. My opponent didn't have too much of an insane start, but they had a good enough start where, like, I'm tempted. I'm also tempted to just attach the Metal Energy and just retreat. I could Night Stretcher back, I guess, if I really need to, but I want to sit behind a Mimikyu wall, man, and then kind of just throw him this Rescue Board. And you know what? Let's Iono. Let's dig a little bit deeper. You know, our opponent's still gonna have 6 cards. 6 cards is 6 cards. Can I get a better setup than what I got? The answer is yes. Yes, I can. So that's huge. Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is a good hand. All right. Pass. Next turn. What do I need? I need Rare Candy, Fighting Energy, and we're live. And I think we're good from there. They could use Duraludon to get around these Mimikyus, I just realized, if they just set up base Duraludons. But then that'd be, like, annoying for my opponents to do. Like, this is what I mean. I think, and Flygon can one-shot them, so it's like, I'm liking it a whole lot more. They get the energy on Relicanth to retreat. They Iono us into a much worse hand. And they play Duskull! Oh my god, not Dusknoir and Archaladin, dude. I'm so sick of Dusknoirs. It's a card I don't think is healthy for the format at all, man. I think it's... Watch the podcast if you haven't seen my rants about Dusknoir. Battle VIP's podcast, an amazing podcast by me, and lately it has been me and Avery the most, but Josh has been there in the beginning. He is technically our other main host. Got to get my guy back on. Yo, Josh, if you're watching this, get on the podcast. But yeah, it's an awesome series. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't. Let's get the Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. We talk about, like, meta forecasts and tier reviews and tier list reviews and stuff like that. Like, definitely go check it out. It's good if you're trying to learn more about the meta and our whack opinions. Let's get Mimikyu. Let's get another Bidoof down. If I could get double Bibarel, that'd be pretty sick. Am I gonna fill my bench here though? I guess it's with another Mimikyu, so it's like, that's fine, you know. And what do I want to do here? I want to thin. I want to thin as much as possible, which kind of is annoying because I don't have much to thin with. I think I'm going to have to get rid of Vacuum here. I just can't see that being too useful. I kind of need the other cards in my hand, and I might even just fail this. Maybe I'll take one more energy just in case, because then I could set up two Flygons. I got one for this turn, one for next turn, and I think here we're just going to go Industrious Incisors for 3 and hopefully get pulled out of this. We can't. I get Iono, which is cool. I don't hate an Iono play here. Yeah, I really don't hate it at all. I didn't evolve. Yeah, I did evolve Vibrava this turn. I need Rare Candy Flygon. We did not get either any part of that. We got nothing. All right, that's fine. We can pass. I could even just start attacking with Mimikyu. I mean, I got Luminous Energy if I need to. And that's a, I think, very legit course of action this match. Because Ogerpon feels good, but I feel like Mimikyu feels better. Just in case they play like the Dialga list, or they play some other crazy, insanely spicy list. Like, I don't know, I'm just liking it more. They evolve into Dusclops, which is, again, that's fine. And they Iono me. It's just an Iono war. Who gets the first non-brick off Iono is what my opponent and I are doing. And it is going to be me, because this hand is nutty. Oh my god, wait, this hand is insane. Yeah, I evolve Flygon to Vibrava. I evolve Bibarel from Bidoof. I boss up Dusclops, because that's truly the only thing I'm, like, somewhat worried about that is just going to power through Mimikyus. And then I just start swinging, man, and just falling back onto Mimikyus more and more. And then I got Ultra Ball to get rid of... Actually, I don't even... Like, Buddy-Buddy Poffin in my top deck if it's whack. Get another Flygon in hand, try to Rare Candy evolve that one, just get that guy set up. And then I got Pokemon League Headquarters to bump their stadium and make Duraludon a less efficient attacker. This is the best hand I could have asked for, actually. Get another Duraludon down. Yeah, that's fine. Keep them down. Get more of them in play. Alright, Arven is sweet. It's whatever. So we're going to boss up this guy. I know we're taking the KO. I mapped up that whole turn for me in my head. We're going to evolve here. We're going to Bibarel onto Bidoof. We are going to Stadium Bump. I don't really want to Ultra Ball away Arven. How many Arvens do we have left in the deck? I played 4. I think we've used 1. No, we've used 0. I could Ultra Ball away an Arven. I should have a few more in the deck. And at this point, if we could just set up our entire board, like, I don't need Arven. So it's fine. And I've got double Bibarel, so I can just draw into whatever I would have Arvened for. That's what I mean, dude. Stop playing with this deck. Stop playing with my guy Flygon, dog. What? So now we got double Flygon, another Bibarel. Into a solid hand. I mean, I'll take a Defiance Band any day of the week. And we'll go into Flygon here. This is going to be big. And we're swinging for 100. Just barely taking the KO on Dusclops with the resistance damage, which is perfect. That's what I wanted to do right now. We'll give him Mimikyu again. Figure out this Mimikyu, man. Do something about it. We'll take the prize card. We'll take the first prize card somehow against our opponent. And it's Buddy-Buddy Poffin. So another completely dead card. I can't even play it because my bench is full. And that's fine. I'm not, whatever. It's all good. They get the Pokestop down. They get rid of our Stadium Bump, which is cool. You know, I didn't expect it to stick that long, and getting rid of it now is whatever. They get another Duskull. Yeah, they're really playing a 2-2-1 line, 2-2-2 line. Maybe a 2-1-2 line of Duskull, the Dusknoirs. That's insane. I didn't expect that one, I'm not going to lie. And we'll see how many Canceling Colognes our opponent is playing. I legitimately find it hard to picture they're playing Canceling Cologne when they're playing Dusknoir, and they play Rare Candies too. Yeah, it's like they're not going manual evolution route. I just like, where's the space for Canceling Colognes and Dusknoirs? I feel like your Dusknoirs are there to deal with things like Mimikyus, and then still use our Chaladins and stuff. Yeah, so they could get energy onto Duraludon, or Duraludon, excuse me. However you're supposed to say the Pokemon, I have no idea. My pronunciation's a mess, and this video is really going to show it off. So they can Raging Hammer, take the KO on Mimikyu, which is fine. Right? Like, am I that worried about it? I don't think so, because I'm taking a return KO with Flygon. Yeah, no, we're good. We're chilling here. I'm rocking with this. They get Night Stretcher back. Okay, so they could take a Dusclops back, I'd imagine, or Pheasantipity. I don't know which. Both would be good for my opponent. Both are in discard. And they get Dusclops. Okay. I'm assuming they didn't take another Duskull. Yeah, they took Dusclops, so they're going to go for that full manual evolution, which is fine. You know, we'll make it work. And there's the Raging Hammer for 160 damage, because we're weak to metal Pokemon. And I don't know the best line here for us. I mean, I guess I could fall back into another Mimikyu after this. I got Night Stretcher, so I could Night Stretcher back Mimikyu too. But I kind of wanted to keep it to get the energy back. Let me Buddy-Buddy Poffin and just see what's in the deck. What am I working with here? I don't think I need another Flygon. We got Switch. I kind of do need Night Stretcher back to get the metal energy if I wanted to use the bottom attack. But, like, how bad do I want to use the bottom attack? You know? I could get another Trapinch down and just go between a bunch of Flygons. Kind of force more gust out of them. Especially, my opponent's gotten rid of one boss. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Could use Mimikyu as an attacker at a certain point, too. So I don't hate putting in energy on Mimikyu. I just want to keep the Night Stretcher for the metal energy so bad. So I'll throw this energy down here. And I still want to thin, so, you know, we could do something like this. Just kind of play a whole bunch of different things. And we don't want to play Night Stretcher. As much as I'm tempted, I don't see the full benefit in it. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright. I like this. I like this. We'll swing 130, take the KO. We got a good hand for next turn. I couldn't use my second Bibarel this turn, but that's cool. There ain't no worry with it. I'll give him Mimikyu again. And I got Surfer to get out of the Mimikyu, so that's why I was kind of happy about it. I've got a good pivot here. And sure, my opponent can use... Well, actually, no. They don't have a good way to set up their other Duraludon this turn. They need Cologne or something like that. And if they play Cologne too, I got no words, man. At that point, all right, fine. I'll go into... You know, I'll Night Stretcher into Mimikyu and probably sack the Sonic Period play. I want to do it so bad, though. But I guess it's, like, pointless because my opponent doesn't have Fez down right now. What are they Nest Balling for? Nothing. Okay. If my opponent had Fez down, honestly, I probably would go Sonic Period. But they don't, so it's like, what's the point? And that's huge! Oh my god, that Pokestop, I think, won me the game. Archaladin, Boss's Orders, Dusknoir, dude. What are you gonna do to recover from that? Dusknoir was your best way to get around Mimikyu. And right now it is sitting in her discard pile with another Gust, which is brutal. And there's the Ultra Ball. We'll see if they play another Dusknoir. I'd imagine they do. We've only seen one Rare Candy as well, so I'm sure they could get it back. Maybe they have another Night Stretcher. That's actually a very likely thing, is they have another Night Stretcher. And they go Iron Bundle. Ooh, that's interesting. It's kind of fun. I didn't see that one coming. Hyper Blower. Who do I even give them? You know? Because they could swing with Archaladin if I promote one, because then they could evolve another Duraludin. But if they do that, then aren't they just kind of cooking themselves? I might bait them and try to see if they'll do it. Give them... You know what? I'm actually going to keep this Flygon for if I get a Max Belt play. I'm just going to give him this guy. I could give him Bibarel. I really don't need 2 Bibarels at this point. Let's just give him Bibarel. You want to take a KO? Take KO and Bibarel. I got Surfer, so I could get out of this Bibarel. And they get Evolve into Dusclops. Okay, that's fine. They'll deal with Mimikyu with Dusknoir. I'm sure they'll be able to pull it off. But, you know, that's whatever. We can figure something out. They get the energy down on Archaladin and Iono, so Surfer's gone. Now my play is looking a lot less cool. Now my Bibarel's kind of just stuck in the active. Now I'm praying they take the KO so I can do something. Never mind, we got Switch. Problem solved. This deck is so goofy. Such a funny deck. Please take Archaladin, dog. Oh no, they're gonna take... Wait, did they? No way. No shot, dude. Oh, they're cooked. Mimikyu's about to eat my opponent for breakfast, dude. Assemble Alloy, sure. You take the KO on the active, but at what cost? And I could Arven for Ogerpon here and tell them to figure that one out. I think that's something, because now I've seen they're not playing the Dialga list. Maybe I should have done that earlier, but I feel like now it's more fun. I have no weakness. That's fine. I fear nothing. You could take no weakness with Metal Defender. You are cooked from this point on. Because I'm just gonna... You're down 2, boss. We're tied on prize cards. I'm not taking a KO this turn. Where's the comeback? Where is the comeback? So I think here we go Flygon. And what do I Arven for? Luminous Energy goes insane. I'm not gonna lie. I could even Arven for Ultra Ball. Oh, we did prize Max Belt. Okay. Maybe Ultra Ball Rescue Board. Because we got Ogerpon. No. Is Ogerpon prized? Or did I discard it? No, it's prized. Damn. Alright, so you know what? I might actually have to use Night Stretcher at a certain point for another Mimikyu. But for now, we're rocking with the one Mimikyu Wonder. I'm going to smack this guy down here. We're going to Ultra Ball away. Actually, no, I'm not going to Ultra Ball away anything yet. I'm just going to put the energy on Flygon. And I'll Bibarel for 1. Because I want to hold the Switch. I am just going to... Oh, Night Stretcher. Hey, bud. I didn't need you. So that's cool. And I'll use Reversing Storm here. Put some damage counters on it, but fall back into the Mimikyu. And I think now our opponent's in a really interesting spot. And Sonic Period is looking much better now that they have 2 EX Pokemon in play. I can just close out a 4-prize turn. Possibly, like somehow. I don't know how, but I guess there is a world where it's possible in this matchup. It just felt better with Pheasantipity. They can get Dusknoir here. That's going to be, I think, the scariest part, is if my opponent does Dusknoir and successfully take out the Mimikyu, I'm going to have to Night Stretcher Mimikyu back because Ogerpon's prized. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's fair. I had that one coming. What do I do here? We're both going to go down to 3 prize cards. That feels pretty good. This is going to be a close one. Countercatcher. It's not bad. You know, I could feed him a prize card to make Countercatcher worth it. Like, I could feed him Trapinch, but I kind of don't want to. I have to feed him something, because they're swinging. They're swinging hard. I could feed him, like, Flygon. Yeah, like the Flygon on the right, the far right. Because then I can Ultra Ball this turn. I do kind of like the Countercatcher play. Getting the other Archaladin in the active spot, putting some damage on it. Period T just kind of goes insane. Period T, Sonic Period. Dude, I'm a mess. It just has a T at the end. I have no idea. Peridot? I'm sure that's all it is Peridot. Sonic Peridot. You made it to this far in the video. You get to watch me pronounce it correctly. I didn't even bother. I woke up, looked at that attack, I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna try. Like, I just gave up instantly. Like, whatever. Okay. How do we close this one out? That's a good card to get rid of with Ultra Ball, actually. I'm rocking with it. I don't really... Like, is it worth even judging at this point? I don't think so. I think we want to just get rid of these here. Take the Flygon. But now, like, committing to this play means... Like, committing to the Night Stretcher Sonic period... Oh no, we're tied on prizes. We're both at 3. Oh, I should have got rid of Counter Catcher, huh? I just feel like Mimikyu is going to be so much more of a bigger help. But I won't be able to use Sonic period because I got one Night Stretcher in the deck. Do I go for the wall or go for the bottom attack? The bottom attack, I guess, is just kind of like a full send anyways. So, like, what's the point, right? You know what? Let's play it safe. Let's go. I want to close this one out, and I think Mimikyu is the safest way to do it. As cool as the Metal Energy is, just prizing Ogerpon is really kind of hurting me here. So let me get Mimikyu down. I could use Mimikyu as an attacker, dude, and just use Luminous Energy that way. I should have another... I played 4. I should have a couple... Yeah, I got plenty left somewhere in the deck. You know, it doesn't help, but whatever. Let's just throw the Vitality Band there and swing 140. Put him very close to death and give him Mimikyu one more time. Oh, man. Here would be an interesting place to have used Sonic Peridot. Sonic Peridot. I'm sure that's how you're supposed to say it. To use Sonic Peridot, because I would have KO'd the active and then put some damage on Arch Aladdin. So it's like, it definitely would have put some heavy pressure on. We'll see if they got any energy. They might not have enough energy left to attack at this. Oh, no, they definitely do. Actually, there's 8 energy in play. Theoretically, they could have... Oh, Scoop Up Cyclone. Oh, wait. Why didn't you pick up the damaged Arch Aladdin? What? I'm confused. I have another boss in the deck, right? Can I take that guy out? I should have another boss left in the deck. And I got Ultra Ball, so I could check. I could get rid of Rare Candy. Because we got one Flygon. Please tell me it's not the damaged one. Of course it's the damaged one. It's got Vibrava, and they're going to take the KO. They could go for an insane evolution play. No, they're going to go Boss's Orders on a different Flygon. And Night Stretcher. For who? For what? For whom? Was that just a Metal Energy? It was. I guess for concealed cards next turn, they're going to go Raging Hammer. Oh, 350. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Okay. They got something cooking up, and I'm liking it. This is becoming a much harder match to deal with. We can't give them the damaged Flygon ever. If they have another Boss's Orders, I mean, it's cooked. They've played only one, I guess. And we get a Boss's Orders. That's actually so big. And Counter Catcher too is live, so I didn't actually even need boss. Because I'm thinking, what if I boss up this guy? Like, isn't this the only thing I'm scared of? Because this guy's not that scary. They can't attack Mimikyu. If they have boss, they win no matter what. I feel like KOing this guy is the best. Because they could hammer in with some sort of tool to boost the damage, KO Mimikyu. But if I deal with it now, Mimikyu is just sitting in the active spot. It's Industrious Synthesizes for 1. See if I can get the Luminous Energy. Asking you Shadow Receive. This deck's cracked. I don't have any energy left though, I don't think. I don't remember to finish the attack with Mimikyu, the Ghost I play, but at least I got an energy to retreat if nothing else. And we'll give him Mimikyu. I mean, this is our best bet. We took the KO on Duraludon, which is good. And they either win this turn or I win next turn and KO Arch Aladdin. So no matter what, this matchup was actually nuts. Like, insanely close. They either have boss for game, which they probably do, to be fair. I didn't get Iono. I guess I could have dug deeper for Iono. But I played how many? I might not have even had any left. I played 2. I guess I had one more, technically, and they're drawing down to the, boss. All right, for game. That's well played. Man, prizing Ogerpon. I think Ogerpon would have won me that game. So easily, too. Because they were just... It was too easy for opponents Duraludon to walk through Mimikyu, whereas Ogerpon would have done a lot better. And I think that thing sitting in the prize cards really ruined us by the time I saw it wasn't Dialga and, like, fully processed that line. That was a good game, though. 2-1. If it's 2-1 against a match like that, I'm not complaining at all. That match was actually nuts. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the deck. I definitely enjoyed playing it. Flygon's a fun... It's a fun deck. It's got some teeth to it, dude. This, I think, might be the most fun hit and run deck I've ever played in my life, because it's actually got so much versatility as a deck. I feel like hit and run decks are just very lenient, and if the hit and run doesn't work, you're cooked. Whereas in this one, like, you could use the stuff you run into as attackers, and just that type of versatility is nuts. So I definitely enjoyed playing the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Again, if you want to use my TCG player link to get some, you know, you got the big discount on Black Friday, that would be awesome. Support the channel. Thank you to everyone who's doing it, just everyone who's made it this far in the video and watching and just a part of the community. Thank you. I appreciate you. With that being said, stay epic. Peace.